found some ferns. This is the golden polypody fern, and it loves the cabbage palms. You'll typically see them all up and down the trunks of cabbage palms, all over. These guys are unique because, like our mosses, they actually don't have flowers. They produce spores also. Now, the ferns keep their spores on the underside of their leaf to protect them. So that way, water that's falling down from the rain and from dew, it doesn't wash those spores away before the plant is ready to release them. And when they do, they release them in the hundreds and thousands.
So as we've gone through our tropical hardwood hammock, not only do we notice the amount of different varieties of trees and also all of this leaf litter acting as ground cover, but you notice a lot of different vines that are here. So I wanted to point out 3 specific ones. So up this tree is a Virginia creeper. Now, even though it's called Virginia creeper, it is a native vine. It gets confused a lot with poison ivy, but it has the 5-leaf structure as opposed to the 3. Then a little bit farther down, we have this beautiful vine called muscovine grape. It is also a native. Sometimes it tends to overgrow and cover a lot of space, so sometimes it can be considered invasive in certain areas. It has a beautiful grape on it. Lots and lots of people have made muscovine jelly and muscovine wine. And then we also have, kind of growing with it, is called smilax. And we can see a lot of these smilax also in the hammock as well. You got to be careful with these guys because they have some pretty wicked spines on them as well.
So one of the things that we wanted to kind of touch on today was how to use a trail. So as you saw, we have some signage on the trail, but then we also have trail markers. Now you'll notice this piece of 4x4 is standing here and it has a yellow circle on it. That means that we are on the yellow trail. And if you're in a place like this where there's several different trails, we have a red trail and a purple trail, and we have several different trails, so you want to make sure that you stay on the right trail. So this is yellow trail, and you can follow yellow trail by looking for the next marker. So for us, that next marker would be all the way over there. There's another 4x4 with yellow circle, so we would follow this trail to the next yellow marker. So you can see we're still on the yellow trail, but we are also very close to another trailhead. This is the blue trail. Now you'll notice here on the post, it is a blue color now, but it is also a triangle. So blue triangle trail. Why is it a triangle? Why is it not just another blue circle? Because some of the people that come on the trail may be colorblind. So having it as a triangle signifies that this is a different trail if you want to head down. Now this trail is a little bit more rustic, a little bit more rough. As you pan down this way, you'll see that this is the trail. Might not look like much of a trail to you, but down there you can also see another 4x4 with a blue triangle on it. So we would follow this trail with the blue triangle.
So we have found some plants that actually like to live on other plants. We call them epiphytic plants. Right here we see our moss that we saw earlier, and it's growing on our cabbage palm, but it also has all of this shoestring fern growing inside of it. Shoestring fern is a very unique type of fern. It looks very different than our other ferns. It does still spore, but it doesn't put those spores on the underside of the leaves like our golden polypody. We actually believe that this specific fern requires this moss in order to survive. So we call that a symbiotic relationship, when two organisms benefit from each other. Let's see if we can find any more symbiotic relationships.
we're on the red trail on the boardwalk here at Frenchman's Forest, and we are yet in another habitat, the hydric hammock. So as you can see, I've got these very tall trees around me. These are cypress trees. I have a cypress tree right behind me. I have this one right here. We also do have some cabbage palms and some of the willows here as well. But the way that we know it's a hydric hammock, not only am I on the boardwalk, but when we look over the side here, we are in the wet season, so you can see that we have plenty of water here. We also have one of my favorite flowers here. This is the swamp lily. I think they are absolutely beautiful, and it's in full bloom here because we've been having so much rain. And all of our ferns have bounced up, so the dry season is a distant memory here in the hydric hammock.
Hi guys, we're out here actually at Frenchman's Creek, which is our connection to the intercoastal. And this creek used to be a freshwater area, and now it's actually brackish water. And one of the ways that we can tell is because of all of these beautiful mangrove trees that are hanging out in this little section. And I happen to have some mangrove leaves. So we actually have red mangroves, which are hanging out here, and we also have white mangroves. Now, they're both the same type of tree, but different species. So you can tell the red one from the white one. Their leaves look a little bit different. Our red mangroves have these nice kind of long, bright green pointed leaves. And then our white ones actually have more of an oval shape, and they're thicker. And they have these two tiny little dots right here on the stem, and those are called the nodes. And this is actually where any salt that the tree absorbs through its roots goes right to those little nodes in our white mangroves. And we didn't see any black mangroves here just yet, but hopefully in another spot we'll be able to check them out.
This is how we hike when the mosquitoes are after us. But it's what we sacrifice for our viewers. Thank you.